let's say he is now trying to review all the pages for all the coffee maker to make sure that they are search engine optimized. And remember, I mentioned that when Google's analyze the pages for the ranking, there are some specific locations that are given more weight when they do the analysis. And in here, I just point a few of them. One is the page title, and another one is the text within the URL itself. And because of that, David actually tried to pay a lot of attention to make sure that those important locations are search engine optimized. So let's say David did some research and find that a lot of their shopper, when they try to look for coffee maker, they will put the coffee maker brand name as part of the search terms. And because of that, David think that the brand name is very important and want to put the brand name in those important locations. And when he do the review, he find that, oh, for this specific product, the page title doesn't have the brand name. So let's say the brand name for this coffee maker is Aroma Star. So what he want to do now is he want to add that brand name back to the important location. So what I want to show you next is how David can easily make the changes using our Webshare Commerce Management Center. So now, in the catalog management tools, we have this new tab called Search Engine Optimization. So remember, Sereni showed that to you. So when you click on this tab, it will show you the list of SEO important locations. And one of them is the page title itself. And then in here, you can either use the default value or override it with something else. And remember, some of you asked the master template. This default value is generated by that master template. And in this case, let's say David is not satisfied with that default value. He wants to change it and add the brand name Aroma Star into it. And then also to make it more eye-catching, David also added in voted #1 by Java Magazine to make it more eye-catching. So after he made the changes, when you go to the product page, the new title will immediately show up. So now let's say David also wants to make the changes in the URL itself. So again, in the same tab, you can also change the URL. And in here, let's say you change it to Aroma Star appended at the beginning. And then you notice that the URL is full of meaningful keywords with the folder type structure and also a shorter URL. And let's say after all the effort that David has spent to optimize the pages with the help of Webshare Commerce, the product pages now will actually show up top in the Google search result. By the way, this is fake because Madison store is not a real store. But let's say this is real. And let's say, so one very important thing here is, let's say Google actually crawl the page before David actually make the changes in the URL. And because of that, because Google crawled before the changes was made, you will notice that in the URL, Google actually indexed the old URL. But that's okay, no problem, because we have automatically set up the 301 redirect, right? So that means when a shopper clicks on the URL, it will automatically redirect you to the new URL. And you see the address here have the Aroma Star. And then just a reminder, this 301 redirect have two benefits. One is people click on it and you don't see the error, which is important. Second, even more important thing for search engine optimization is by setting up this 301 redirect, you will not lose your credibility, right? Remember, because once you set it up, Google will help you move your credibility from the old URL to your new URL. And by doing that, you don't need to worry about the IT person forget to set up 301 redirect, and then you lost the page ranking, and then shop who couldn't find your page, and it may potentially result in revenue loss. So that's the idea of the 301 redirect. And that's the end of what I want to show in terms of Flash.